2, 1.
Welcome to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, we had the funeral. It was literally just like barely an hour ago, so hopefully you remember. And Kethra's body seemingly taken down by watery tentacles. I wonder what it could be. You all noticed this on deck. Now, I am going to have to ask you all, apart from Haiss, if Haiss can hear me.
If he's not here, then.
Pass your dick.
Well, we can do it, right?
It's all bar Haiss. I think it's going to be an all bar Haiss talk, isn't it?
Oh, it's a headphones off situation.
It's a headphones off situation.
Oh, god damn it! Oh, god damn it!
Just message him and
He loses the
put himself in
forfeit.
this situation.
He forfeits the heads on.
He forfeits the information, I guess.
yeah.
I suppose as a reaction to, or sort of, obviously what just happened, Gruzeel would kind of like, I guess you should head off. To the crew.
That's not a good sign, Gruzeel. I think, we should go.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
stick around for anything.
It's a pretty good sign to leave, I think.
Okay, so the plan is to
set sail.
Set sail.
Yeah. To Bosti, I guess that was our plan, wasn't it? Because that was our plan to go to Bosti to resupply. Or do we need to resupply? Because the reason I think that
it was the raid.
What supplies do we need?
I don't know.
You were going to stop off at Bosti, I think, for either a raid or supply.
We need
cash.
Well,
we
need cash.
We need cash.
Cash was I think cash was the main focus.
Yeah, that's why we want to be a raid. But if Gruzeel's not a raiding,
Gruzeel's not a raiding person though. That's the problem.
It's down to you guys what you do. If you want to stop off at Bosti or not.
To help with the supplies situation, Tim was going to go out on a hunt this evening anyway. Try and redeem himself from earlier. Obviously, Bjorn is not going to go with him.
Yeah.
He's not invited.
Probably best.
Actually, I need to take a day. I need to take a day off food and water anyway. I'll take food off, day of water. I'm going to take a day off of ale as well because I reckon we would have been drinking during the funeral.
You would have been drinking quite for the funeral. At least the celebrations after.
Mm-hmm.
After you say about like making sail and everything, Barry's just going to go. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So where are we heading? Bosti? That's the plan, right?
Well, I don't. What did we need from Bosti? Why not just go straight to the wreckage?
Didn't know, Cap. I think it was something about a supply run or looking to make some money or something. Not gonna lie, if we could make a little money, I think the crew would be quite happy about that.
There were some leads to follow in Bosti, but nothing like super strong.
Because I'm just wondering, because how far is Bosti from the wreckage?
It's on the way.
No, yeah, I know, but what's the gap between the two places?
Oh, let me just bring you over to the world map.
So it's a fair distance.
So yeah, you'll pass it as you go there. Go to the wreckage.
Okay. So yeah, let's see. I mean, Gruzeel wouldn't be a fan of. Gruzeel wouldn't be a fan of the whole raiding thing, but he's happy for us to set sail. Go there to see of money-making opportunities that aren't raiding, unless it's raiding someone that's not innocent in some way.
Do you want? Like, if you want to go straight to the wreckage, you guys can go straight to the wreckage. If you want to check out Bosti first, check out Bosti first.
I suppose the safest thing, rather than having the conversation out in the open, would be to have an officers' meeting to discuss where we're going to go.
So maintaining anchor while having that meeting, or
we'll set sail. Yeah, set sail as slow speed. Get rid of this weird tentacle thing. I will probably invite Elizora to that one as well because we're deciding where we're going. As well.
All right.
Okay, so set sail in the general direction of Bosti / the wreckage.
Yeah, because it's all the same sort of.
Yeah, it'll be the same basic heading. And Tim, you want to go hunting? If the ship's moving at a slow speed, you should be able to keep up with it.
Well, he needs to be in the officers' meeting, doesn't he? 'Cause-
Well, yeah.
So,
You can do that
We're going to
first.
go into the officers' meeting.
Yeah.
It's fine.
but
Oh,
yeah.
there.
Okay. So, now we've finished with Tortilla, we can head towards the wreckage. Now we've got Bosty on the way. Now I know the previous plan was to go to Bosty to find some lucrative opportunities. Now, how do people wish for us to go about this? Now I know Kethra was of the opinion that we would raid for it. Now, not that I'm against it as such, but I mean, I know we're pirates, but I don't believe that we should, endanger innocent people for the sake of ours. Now,
Yes, we should not.
if, say, I don't know, criminals, I'm okay with that. Even if it's, or a fleet outpost or something like that, I'm okay with. But if it's, civilians, I don't see that as being... Well, civilians don't tend to have a lot anyway. And I just don't...
Yes, perhaps we should find something to trade before we
Well,
restock next.
Or we just steal it.
Barry pipes up and sort of says, well, we kind of are the criminals. We can always make sure we scope out anyone we steal from. Make sure they can handle getting robbed if that's what you want.
that would certainly make me feel better.
Bloodbeard,
I wouldn't want to make anyone homeless for the sake of us raiding them.
Bloodbeard raided plenty of life, but there's plenty of islands where he visited and just did some trade. Others got the odd job, got paid. Can work like that. I mean, what you got to remember is there's all gold on our heads, so the only jobs we get hired for is the kind of stuff where we're expendable. But
I mean, do we really have anything worth trading?
got a lot of fish.
I could dive and look for some hidden treasures, pearls and such.
Yeah, how did that turn out last time? We found some dead. Undead.
Oh, yes. It was different. If
You've
I
got-
had backup, we could have plundered their base.
You guys have some pretty cool
Undersea temples.
objects.
Yes.
That jug and those slippers that Kethra had and that kind of stuff.
Ah, yes, the
Exactly.
slippers. Those could prove useful to sell. We also have those bullets that come back. Those probably would go for
Imagine-
quite a bit.
Yes.
So we could do that then. Go to Bosty. Trade. I mean, even the fleet armor could go at certain channels. If there is a black market in Bosty, I'm sure fleet uniform could prove useful.
There's
Yes.
a sly deal everywhere.
Hmm.
Does anyone know of a black market in Bosty?
You can ask around at the tavern. It's usually where I would end up if I needed to sell something on the sly.
Very well. Okay. We'll head to Bosty for trade, and people can keep their ears open for potential places to raid.
Okay.
Is there anywhere of interest that Elizora knows on the way to the wreckage? They'll at least be interested in taking a look at.
Not sure if anything on that list would have sparked anything to mind in particular. You know
But
that
from a-
Bosty,
Not necessarily out of search for the artifact, just out of what she's
what she knows,
just out of
then
search of what she knows.
Bosty has 2 towns. You are aware that there is a library in one of the towns, but you can't quite remember which. It's been a while. Merical has loads of different towns and
That's
loads
not
of
on the
different
way.
places to
That's not on the
arrive.
way to the
No,
wreckage.
I'm giving you the general area. is generally a wealth of information. There is a small island across from Bosti, which you can see on the map. Not. It seems pretty much like nature overrun, so you don't think there's much use of anything there. Generally, unless you're going to go deep sea diving, probably not much.
Out of interest, though, with the supplies, and the main reason we want money is for supplies, right? To feed the crew.
Or that, or weapons and other stuff.
Oh, weapon, yeah. So I think that's most because like feeding the crew wise, I think we're okay, aren't we? With sea foraging, fishing, and things like that. Even water, I think we're okay with now, aren't we? Because
I have a
conjuring and
solution.
the alchemy jug and stuff.
I have a solution to the water as well.
oh,
Yeah, we can.
please tell.
I can create food. I can create or destroy water using
Right.
my magic.
How much water can you make?
No water I'm touching.
Well, that's
my
up to you,
magic,
Tim.
My magic's the same as yours, cleric boy.
Yes, you keep telling yourself that.
You keep
Oh,
telling
sorry.
yourself that.
He doesn't like any other kind of magic that isn't his.
I'm telling you,
It's a bit-
I can create best part of our day's worth of water a day and a bit extra.
Interesting.
On you,
OC,
Tim.
I can create 4/3 of a ration of water a day if I use my 2 spell slots.
Both of them.
And I can short rest
Okay.
twice in a day. Because I can.
Oh yeah,
I'm
of course. Your
an
things are
elf.
short rest.
Because
That's handy.
because I'm also an elf, so I can short rest twice a day. So I can, in theory, create
8.
two and 2/3
Yeah.
of our
portions.
water a day.
Nice.
If I have obviously, and we can do it the same way as we do the used to do the animals in your bag with Umbra. Is that if I don't have any before I take my short rest, I'll just use my unexpended spell slots, which a long rest will always happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
Okay. So that solves our food and water problem. For sure. So in theory,
we'll always have a buffer then.
Yeah. Alright, that's cool. So that's fine. And the food, I mean, I'm going to just safely assume that our food is always. I'm just not going to put the food down. That we've always just seemed to catch what we need and eat what we need.
Honestly, if you take the time to forage every day, unless you're in an area that's particularly difficult, you're probably going to be all right.
Yeah, because I've got us on 80 days of food. So what I might do is just leave that as. I might put a comment in here actually. Don't lower.
Yeah, if we're going through a storm,
Unless-
that's probably not going to
Yeah.
be good for us to forage for. But apart from that, there's probably not going to be a lot.
Yeah. So I've put don't lower unless told otherwise. Increase by 1 each day unless told otherwise for the water. Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Okay.
So really what we need then is supplies for equipment.
Yeah, because we haven't got.
Defenses ready.
For actual like things like armaments and stuff because we haven't got like a cannon is 2,000 gold. And
Well, we almost got wrecked by the fleet, so.
Well, this is it, and that was one cannon.
Yeah.
So
And
the
we haven't got
cannons are.
And we haven't got much ammo either for the other stuff.
No, we've got like 4 mangonel ammo and 3 ballista ammo. Although we do have 12 harpoons, so essentially 15 ballista ammo. But yeah, it's not a lot. You know, I think it might be worth getting a cannon. I don't know how much cannonballs are in this.
A set of cannonballs are thrown in with the price of the cannon.
But how much are additional
Yeah,
cannonballs?
How much is it? How many cannonballs is a set?
2,000
Cannonball
gold
set. It's down.
per turret.
How many is a set? Is that 5, 6?
Because I would imagine, ideally, what we could try and do is, ideally, what we want to do is replace the ballistas with cannons, basically.
So it's basically
least.
100 gold for 10 cannonballs, like hefty cannonballs. But the more you buy, the cheaper it is. So if you get 100 cannonballs, it's more like I think 700 gold. Like you get a discount based on how much you buy. And obviously, if you guys persuasively barter,
Yeah.
You might get the price down. Different areas will be different prices.
So what we need to try and do. So if we assume we trade So the question is, do we get rid of a ballista for a cannon, or do we buy cannons in addition to ballistas?
I've got
I
here
don't-
2,000 gold per cannon turret.
Let's not get rid of any of the stuff that
Yeah,
we've
I've got 2,000. Yeah, I've got 2,000 gold for a cannon. Sorry, what did you say, Dom?
Let's not get rid of any of the weapons that we currently have.
All right, so we're going to look to buy a cannon basically, without trading anything in that sense.
Or still.
So yeah, so it'll be
Sorry.
interesting to see if we get.
What's
It'll be interesting
still
to see what we get for the slippers. I'm curious as to what we'll get for those.
Could we create our own ballista ammo? Because it's kind of wooden iron.
Yeah, I'm thinking we could create our own like cannonballs as well.
We need
It's
a
an option.
forge.
Yeah.
It's just like a lump of iron. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how you would.
hard.
you need
Yeah,
like an
ballista ammo.
artillerist.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
say
even.
carpenter guy.
Or Dower, yeah. But even then, like, even if with the ballistas, you're looking for that iron tip, like, you still got to figure out how you're going to do that. Aren't you? Because you're not sending out sharpened
Need our
wood
own, like,
sticks.
Blacksmith, really.
Yeah.
Do
And
this.
then but you wouldn't get a forge on a ship, so there's no way you could smelt all any of that iron.
You've got
Into
to
the
walk
shape
in
that you
now.
get.
Forge.
But,
Yeah, you could- Yeah, unless someone could shape stone or something, but
fabricate
Yeah.
their own things.
The other
Yeah.
thing
You
is,
could just have like a demi plane.
you guys
I
are
did-
in a
you know what?
magical world
Yeah,
where
like
there
we're at
are
that level to
you know what, I
arcane options.
you know what I just thought? Can't Umbra like replicate items?
Okay.
So all because the thing is, once it's fired, we don't care if it disappears. It's done the damage. You can just keep
Mm.
replicating.
But in that same instantly?
I don't know how long does it take.
What, for me to copy an item?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like instant. I mean, I guess we could RP it as I'd go off and like do it, but
Because this is the thing: is like ammo. You don't care if it disappears after it's used because it's done the damage.
quickly how it works.
Assuming it
If
lasts
anything-
long enough to do damage.
Yeah, obviously, but Yeah.
Just as a reminder as well, you are in a magical world. There are magical options for
Yeah.
yeah,
ammunition, cannons, all sorts of things.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because we've got like Alarias's fireballs that do 120 feet of damage range. I mean, you can take bell sniper and really
I
240
actually
it.
do have something kind of interesting, although we'd have to probably check with Arthur. So I've got an infusion I can do called Repeating Shot, and basically, if that thing runs out of ammo, it creates its own magical ammo each time.
Mm.
Hello. Okay,
That would work.
that would.
So I could apply that to a single cannon.
So yeah, so essentially, you would get that on the
Ballista.
individual item. So if you had 5 cannons, you can do it to
Yeah.
one cannon would be one use, another cannon would be another use.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you could 100% do that.
So we're
Oh,
basically
why don't you use
saying
it for
I think for now, yeah, for definitely. So basically, what we're saying is we could essentially get a cannon with unlimited ammo with using that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm using
pretty-
one of my infusions to boost my AC.
Yeah.
So I've got one spare infusion at the moment.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you're using one infusion for that. You're also using a +1 infusion.
I think I
Or did
took
you
it
get
off.
rid of that?
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
we've.
I was
Yeah,
using
no,
Because you've got
Oh,
the,
yeah,
you've got
it
the
was three
strong sword
limbs.
now, so
Yeah, you take it off. I remember now.
Yeah, because I don't think I've got.
This is the benefit of an artificer.
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely useful.
Although
I think.
again,
I
Umbra
think.
will not volunteer this information because he doesn't think as much about weapons and stuff.
No, that's fair.
Actually, yeah. Speaking of, now that you're back, can I have everybody apart from Haiss take their headphones off, please?
Okay.
Okay. So
I was curious about this. Yeah.
here's a fun situation
hmm
because you told me Umbra was afraid of water. You also told me that Umbra couldn't swim.
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't have bothered to learn to swim.
Great. So you begin to sink, and the fear drowning changes you back
Oh, okay.
to look like. And if you could quickly if I can just quickly reread your thing, because I'm pretty sure this is exactly how this would work.
Yep.
Change your appearance and your voice. You determine the specific changes, including correlation, hair length, size, height, and weight. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race. Though none of your game statistics change, you can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen. You must adapt to the form to the basic arrangements of limbs you have. Your clothing and equipment aren't changed by this trait. Tree Lifter went in naked, so you are currently naked.
Yep. Mhm.
No mask, no outfit, no nothing.
Yep.
And thanks to that wisdom save, you are now reverted to your other form. Your actual form.
Yeah.
Now here's what's even worse about all of this. The ship has started moving. You cannot swim. Tim has not come in to get you yet.
I thought he was going to jump in like straight away. So
What
get
is
this.
your con bonus?
+2?
+2.
Yep.
You have 3 minutes before you start drowning.
I thought Tim was going to jump in straight away and come and get
He
me.
couldn't, because he got called into an officers'
Oh.
meeting.
So you're telling me Tim has left me to drown in the water, which is not what I was
I
expecting.
believe he is unaware right now you cannot swim.
I'm
so
sure
he
I told
has-
him before.
Oh,
Maybe I
well,
should admit it.
he's
Yeah.
forgotten, definitely, because he's basically said he was going to do some hunting tonight, which I assume is when he would have got you, but he hasn't had the
Oh.
chance. He's gone straight into an officers' meeting.
Oh, okay. Oh no, there's been a miscommunication here. I was expecting him to jump in like straight away.
Right.
'Cause,
So
yeah,
basically, there is a conversation going on with them. There's probably about 2 more minutes left on the clock from this point.
Okay.
I am timing their conversation as best as I can. Does Umbra even try to swim, or does he just sort of wait for Tim to?
No, he'll try. I think he kind of would be of the mind that Tim should already have appeared. He was kind of expecting like straight away.
Okay.
So he'll try and like get to the surface. I'm gonna look and see if I've got anything that will help me as well.
So you would have been drowning down, and because you were waiting for Tim and you were trying to not be hidden,
Yeah.
you would have gone. So we're still headphones off for a minute, Dom. So you are still going further and further down.
Yep.
You probably get to 45 to 50 foot down before you've realised Tim is not coming to get you. You have 2 more minutes, and you are moving because you cannot swim, as you have specified.
No, it's true. I did. Yeah.
This is not my choice. I am going to give you a quarter speed with dashing.
Okay.
So a quarter of your speed.
Mhm.
So what are you? You're 30 feet, yeah?
Yep.
So 7 feet basically.
Okay.
You'll get 7 feet of movement. Dashing.
Okay.
And that's taking all of Umbra's strength to try swim upwards. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
That is with nothing else hindering you at the moment.
At the moment. Okay.
I
Interesting.
also want you to make a perception check for me.
Perception. What's roll on here? 11.
11.
Yep.
You see, as you were going down, a body, the final body floating. You know this is Kethra.
Okay.
You see a white, pale creature with a bottom half of tentacles swim up to her. It began and begins wrapping its tentacles around her and pulls her down, using the other tentacles to swim down. It looks at you because your form changed.
Okay. Interesting.
It swims up to you for a second. Do you hold still?
I want to kind of like look at it. I'll slow down, but I'm still trying to get to the surface because I don't want to stop completely and waste my valuable oxygen time.
You hear in your head, "I did not come for you."
In that case, could you help? I'll say this in my head. Could you help return me to the surface?
Oh, I prize are neither my ally. Perhaps I will come back for a snack.
I could be your ally. Name your price for returning me to the surface, and you will have it.
Must go.
What did he say? He must go.
My master calls. I must go.
Okay,
and
I'm just gonna be.
he begins swimming down, and he's got Kethra's lifeless body, and he swims down so far the black depths envelop him.
Okay, screw him. I'll
And
just keep.
just to explain, he looks like a fleshy white humanoid shape, while the bottom half having 4 tentacles stretch out. He is scrawny,
Mm.
and it sort of goes to a necklace head that has gills stretching out and around the entire shoulders, with 3 eyes dotted in the middle of the head, and 2 eye sockets on a skull hidden beneath the flesh.
Hmm.
Swims down and away from you.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for the future. But yeah, for now, I'll just continue to thrash my way to the surface.
Okay, so that is 7 feet at a time. I'm going to see how long this conversation goes on for, because there's a very good chance you're going to start drowning. Okay, phone's back on for people. Waving, waving, just keep waving, waving. Might help if I type.
Yeah, you probably. Cool.
Dumbly dumb. Dom's got a dumb.
He's completely focused.
He'll
Someone
get there
at him.
eventually.
He'll figure it out. It's fine. Doesn't matter. You may continue your conversation. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got our supplies sorted. So yeah, so it's a matter of going to Bosty, and we're going to try and trade what we have. So probably, just looking at the inventory, we'll probably try the slippers, the back to pouch bullets, and possibly even the silver bullets as well. We'll
Okay.
probably try and trade those in. We'll take the fleet armor just in case there are any back alley. Obviously, we have to make sure we cover that up so no one sees it accidentally. But probably take that down some back alley things. I'm tempted to. I don't know. I'm tempted to leave Umbra on the ship, but
Well, Umbra's not in your officers' meeting, so.
no, yeah, because the problem with Umbra, if he sees something in a shop that he wants, he'll most likely take it somehow, rather than paying for it. And I don't think I could trust.
Not that he's
Something
not
like
even
that.
got the money to buy it.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean. Like he'll either try and take something and lump us with the bill, or he'll try and steal it and force us out of the place, force us out of there. So I think leaving Umbra here might be the better option.
Yep, makes sense.
What about Aramil's belongings?
I don't have any of that
shards.
stuff. Yeah, so
don't
I don't
know if
have
I took all of it.
because Dom.
I've got it
took
all
his
written
stuff?
down.
Oh, have you got it? Because
Alarias.
all I've got is the armory, so I don't know what else have you got?
Crystal shards, crystal orb, a totem necklace.
Yeah,
and his
we
staff.
don't need. Yeah. Oh, well, the staff burnt, didn't it?
Oh yeah,
The staff burn, and then Gruzeel
Yeah,
took
so I've
the
got all
iron
this
core
stuff.
inside, the metal core inside, and then that also disappeared.
Yes.
Yeah, I can bring that stuff. I was going to bring the 4 lightning crystals as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be good as well. Yeah, because I've got like some skulk claws. I've still got like doppelganger blood skulk claws, a large pack of skulk skin. I'll try and get rid of as well. So we're going to take all of that with us basically when we land, assuming there's a market there. What info? Does anyone have any info on Bosty generally?
You've been to Bosty before.
Gruzeel wouldn't have done, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Gruzeel hasn't been to Bosty before. Oh shit, no,
Zara's
Kethra
still be
is not
there.
here anywhere.
I would have been.
Alarias is the only one that's still on the crew.
Shall I do
from
a history
Bosty.
check or?
Would Elizora not have been to
you're all right.
Bosty?
Elizora's been to Bosty before.
Yeah, Elizora's probably been to Bosty before. It's got markets. There's a merchant market in Southtown. There's a blacksmith in Northtown. Because the towns are only, few hours walk from each other. There's some stuff in the south town and some stuff in the north town. Both have fisheries. There's a shipwright, I think, in both as well because they're coastal towns. There's a forest sort of behind the hill that's on the left side, but in between the two towns. And so you know that there's hunters that do some pelts and that kind of stuff, so that can be sold.
Do pelts? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Alarias, for this one, can you do a history check? And actually, Elizora as well. I reckon
Great.
she might know this as well.
History.
11.
22.
22. So, Elizora, you remember there is a certain mage who might be interested in something like lightning crystals or something along those lines, who lives on the hill / sort of mountainy side in Bosty, but he doesn't really get out much, but would be interested in such a thing, and he's always got gold on him.
Nice.
I might have an in with a wizard on Bosty.
Oh, interesting. Wizards are very good to trade with because they need a lot of materials, especially creature materials, that your general person doesn't because, spell components and things like that and their various brews. So you could probably offload a lot of supplies to a wizard.
That is the potential.
Would he or she be open to trade with pirates?
He would.
I've had
He'll
no
trade with anyone.
issues. I've had no issues before.
Fantastic.
He doesn't seem too picky as long as he gets what he pays well enough, I suppose. I tend to get my inks from him, my research.
Excellent.
So,
I guess that's the best port of call then. Get rid of the big stuff in town, and then go see the wizard.
Yeah, it's a bit way off. It's a bit of a walk, a couple hours. Just he doesn't get out much, so you have to go to him.
That's fair. I don't really think he'd want bullets or spider climbing shoes. As a wizard, I'm sure he can do those himself. So, we'll get rid of those in town.
I
along with
don't
the
know.
armor.
Spider climbing shoes might be. Some wizards are a bit lazy.
Okay.
Anything that makes it easier. At least the wizard himself might know its true worth. So if you don't know how much it costs, it might be worth speaking to him telling us how much it's actually worth money-wise, so we can then not get underpaid if we're going to try and sell it in the town.
On that basis, then, I suggest we go see the wizard first. If we can unload most of our stuff with him, we'll have a better position to barter in the market.
Yep.
Okay,
Captain.
we'll do that. So we'll do a slow pace, so we don't get there too quickly, because obviously we don't want to run a rock up there at night. So we'll go at a fairly slow pace, sort of a relaxed pace, so we would get to Bosty in the morning, if that's doable.
Yeah, you'll basically, at a slow pace overnight, you will reach Bosty in the morning.
Yeah, cool. So we'll do that.
A short rest?
Yeah. So we'll do that, and then so we'll do that, assuming nothing happens. When we reach Bosty.
Great. Cool.
Is there something easier to do, like a make friends check to see how much someone can ingratiate themselves with the crew,
Sure.
instead of having to
Instead of having to meet everybody? Yeah, that's cool.
instead of having to people.
A speedy make friends with people, how friendly are you check. I'm going to say a general charisma roll.
Should Vela be making these as well?
I mean, it depends on her intent. I'm pretty sure the way you said it last time, I had to kind of think on how people would take that more than just being friendly generally.
Okay.
Because she's focusing more on showing how good she is rather than just making friends.
I guess. I mean, it's a bit of both, but yeah, it's because she's basically trying to win the crew over to her side through whatever means that is. So obviously, you need, in order for them to get over on your side, you have to
You have to be.
Well,
But from the way you said last time, I kind of thought she was just showing how good she is at certain things.
It was in a way. I mean, because what she was trying to do is like trying to go out of her way to help people do the stuff they're doing,
Okay.
showing not necessarily like what am I thinking of here? Not kind of like almost leadership, but like that she can. She. How do I explain this?
She's aiding people in attempts to win them over more than
Yeah, kind of
leading
thing.
them in
And
attempts
but
to
showing
show
that,
them I'm
again,
great,
showing that she's
shut up.
capable, and yeah, showing that she is capable, but also wants to help and make friends with them and things
Okay.
like that.
I missed the third. So.
How obvious is Vela trying to make that she wants to be captain?
At the moment, not very, because
Okay.
obviously you can't come on that strong.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Basically, I think the way she's going to try and do this, for the moment, is I think she's under the assumption that the captain vote will come up again. So what she wants to try and do is make it so she is the one that's voted.
Okay. then I'll get
If
a
she
charisma
doesn't
check
win,
from-
if she doesn't win that vote, then she may decide to start talking about mutiny.
Oh God. Okay. Can I get a
Oh,
charisma
boy.
check from both of you then?
Can I get proficiency? Because she's been doing this a lot, making new crew, making new
I
friends
will
with new crew.
100% give you proficiency based on your backstory alone. That's completely reasonable.
Okay.
Vela, based on your backstory, no way.
No.
24.
I would not expect any kind of charisma thing from
24.
Yeah.
Fucking hell! It took like 2 hours, and you're best buds with everyone.
That's going to be
God
handy
damn it.
later on.
Like if anyone asks, they're just like, "Oh, Elizora, yeah, love Elizora. Feels like I've known her my entire life. It's great." By the way, Elizora, you do see Slayer working on. Where would he be at the
that is
moment? He'd
how
be on the bow of the ship.
It's how he's obviously busy because
He will
Well,
be
he's working
still
on the enchantment
working.
still, isn't
He's
he?
literally been working on it constantly. I'll put you back to the ship.
also
So he'll be on the front of the ship, basically. God, forget words. The figurehead. The figurehead. He's looking
Yeah.
at the figurehead right now.
hey Slayer. I know you're busy. Don't worry. When
Oh,
you get when you get a chance, we'll catch up, shall we?
all right. Didn't know you even came aboard. It's great.
Long time no see, indeed.
Long time indeed. Lots of stuff to chat about.
Indeed.
I'm almost done. I think it shouldn't be maybe a day. If I work through the night, I can get it done. I reckon.
There's no rush, boy. There's no rush, boy. We'll got plenty of time when the seas to go.
I'll probably see you in the next couple of days then, because I'm so close.
Good luck to you, Slayer. I'll see you later.
Cool.
Just to interject, the captain's meeting is ended, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Tim rushes out on his hunting trip. He grabs like the biggest net he can find from top deck and just dives off the side of the ship.
Oh, that's what we need. Is a net. That's what we're trying to buy.
I'll be back later.
I should make like a shopping list, shouldn't I?
You should.
But yeah, net would be a good thing. Because we can just strap that to the side and just like, yeah.
Okay. Can I?
Vela's thing is 14, by the way. Charisma.
14.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Just for
You
something
definitely
to-
make a few. You've made a few friends along the way.
Mhm.
To deal with this other bit, I need kindly Tim and Umbra. Could you keep your headphones on, please?
Oh, come on.
Ah, so many schemes.
Sorry,
This is not
sorry.
my fault. It will just be easier to not type it.
You could have done it in Discord.
It was just so much easier not.
Playing
to
too
type
many
it.
it's fine.
shenanigans.
No, that's fair.
It's not an issue.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I lost track of time. It's on me.
Too many shenanigans.
Headphones off. Headphones off. Headphones off. Great. Right, you fucking two.
What?
Because you left it so long and had to go into the office meeting, Umbra, you have drowned.
Oh my god!
You are
I thought it was a
essentially,
miscommunication.
you
I
are
was
essentially
thinking
at,
Finn would jump off straight
you
away.
are essentially at this point lifeless, 20 feet under the water. No. About 10 feet under the water. Because even though you would pop up for air, you would tire out and end up back underneath it. By the time Tim actually got there, now you are not dead,
Oh, okay.
you are at 0. You will
Okay.
have to do one death save
Oh, no.
before
Okay,
Tim
so
sees
he's
you.
fine. He's fine.
You will have to do probably one more death save before
I mean,
Tim
I've
will
got
be
Spare
close enough.
Dying as a bonus action.
Before Tim will be close enough to cast Spare the Dying.
So I have 2 rolls to make.
You will have to make 2 death save rolls. Tim, just remind me, it is 30 feet for the Spare the Dying thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay,
there was
so
something that
shall I
makes
roll
it
now?
super long.
I don't know
So-
if when you level up, you eventually get 60 feet.
So unless I
Yeah,
get
I
a nat
think you're right.
1 and a fail, I should be okay. Basically.
Basically,
And I
if you
mean,
get
death isn't
if you
the
get a
end.
nat 1 and a fail, you are dead.
Death
If
is
you
no
get a
way
nat
the end
1
for
and a
Umbra.
success, you're fine. But
Okay,
you will
super unlikely that I actually die, but let's see.
the ship started
Oh.
moving, so you will have 2 death save throws
Yeah.
before Tim gets there.
Okay, shall I roll them now?
All right, I'll bring you back, my brother.
Just roll them, yeah.
Okay, I got 11.
Great, so that's one
So
success. So
I
you
can't just die, even if I got a nat 1 now.
exactly. So you should
And
be
then I got a
fine.
6. So
Great. Okay, so
half
one success, one failure. Tim, you find a motionless being.
them.
It doesn't look like
Dying!
it doesn't look like Tree Lifter. And it doesn't look like Umbra either. This is a
What does it look
humanoid
like?
figure with white pale skin and long white hair. He has some kind of nose almost, but not quite. This in front of you is a changeling.
Hideous behemoth! The killer! It was you! Betrayer!
Secret is out.
Save the changeling. Save the changeling.
Oh my god.
If you leave it for too long, he's got to make another death save.
The thing is,
Just
the thing
saying.
is, to be fair to the RP, what would Tim think? Like, would he assume that it's Umbra?
It's exactly where Umbra's body should be.
I mean, yeah,
essentially.
it's clearly Umbra. Who did the changeling kill again?
So there was on the other ship, or on the Dream boat, there was a doppelganger that killed some people. Then on an
Different thing.
place down the line, I don't think
changeling-
anything specific. I don't think anything has been specifically killed by a changeling on board, but
Hmm.
you would recognize similarities between the doppelganger's body that you saw and this.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So definitely Tim wouldn't make the
You know
assumption.
it's a changeling slash the offspring of a doppelganger.
But this doesn't mean he's bad or anything. That's fine. Tim will resuscitate and try and get him back to the ship as quickly and
Okay,
sussily
so
as
spare the dying, drag him up to the water, and you'll swim up to the ship. You'll make it to the ship. How do you plan on getting him on?
I was thinking of loading him into a lifeboat.
You need to
and-
hide me
and,
while
like,
I'm in
getting him
this
back to-
form mode.
Yeah, and then getting him back to consciousness. Maybe I can wrap him in a net and say he's like a manatee or something.
Okay, can you roll a stealth check for me,
Or-
please?
Or would it be better to? I'll do stealth first. Yeah.
Because you got to get onto that longboat without
I know.
that rowboat.
That is a 17 minus 2, 15.
15. One
15.
sec, let me just check something.
We'll have to kill anyone who finds out, by the way. We'll have to chuck them overboard.
Okay,
So I'm thinking
you're clear.
Yes. Whew.
we're clear. What?
Yeah,
So
as in you're on the rowboat.
we're on the rowboat.
He is. Umbra is stable.
Can I bring him back to consciousness with a heal or something?
Yeah, that would work.
Yes. The only heal I have is a level 2, I think. So that's going to be all my slots
worth
used.
it. It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Well, it's
At least
either
then I
that.
can.
It's either that or just let the hours pass.
Well, the problem is if people spot me.
Anyway, okay,
Oh.
prayer of healing on them both, which is 2d8 plus 3. Let me do that now. Nine plus 3, 12 towards both, which tops
Okay.
me off.
So I've
You
got
have
that.
you awake, Umbra. You are naked. You
Mhm.
are in your true form, and Tim is above you with a net. You are in the rowboat on the side of the ship. No one seems to have noticed you two are there.
Can you describe your true form to me?
So my true form is kind of like how Arthur said, I guess. It's kind of like. Oh, okay. So this is how I imagine it. Arthur, you can jump in if you want to do it differently if you want. But yeah, like white, unblemished skin, and his eyes are just inky black, like just pure inky black. And
Sick.
he's got like no
Yes.
nails or anything like that. It's all like smooth, featureless skin. And long white hair, like kind of like below shoulder length white hair.
Cool. Does he look like fragile or bulky or what?
Like quite slim, like
Slim,
very
medium
build.
build. Not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said you were like overly hulky, but you're not overly scrawny either.
Yeah.
I know.
Very fluid shape wise.
Understood.
And currently, the only thing covering him is the blackened veil that you put over his crotchal area.
Okay.
Of course.
So Umbra will wake up and he'll be like, Tim, a most timely arrival.
Yes. You should do something about your form.
Can I morph into Tim? Because he's the only other near naked person I know on the.
How many times are you allowed to do that per day?
As many times as I want.
As many times as you want.
I am. Oh wait, let me double check. But I'm pretty sure. it's as many
double check
times
that. I
as
feel
I
like
want.
it would be a short rest or a long rest thing.
Nope, just one action. I can change.
Just an action. Okay, you change. You look like Tim.
Oh, God.
Tim!
Tim, do you actually exclaim?
This is more.
Yes, loudly, I think.
Great. Right. Headphones on.
I'm not changing that, by the way. I'm not ready to give up the secret. Wait, the body is secure. Oh shit! Wait, let me message you before then.
Yes. Oh.
The other thing's fine. You've sorted out the other thing. The other thing's in the morgue.
Okay, good. So okay, we'll have to make up.
Oh, mad
And
schemes.
you're good. Waving. Headphones on. Headphones on. Headphones on. Headphones on.
Headphone.
Headphones on.
Everybody.
Headphones.
Everybody.
It's that thing you're looking
Everybody.
at your phone. That's it.
What have you
You
broken?
got him.
Right. Okay, you all from the top deck hear Tim exclaim, and seemingly he's at the side of the ship. You run over, you see two Tims on the rowboat.
Oh,
Quite the
fuck.
haul, it would seem.
There are
Tims.
two Tims on the rowboat.
One
Which
of them is
one's
netted.
shouting?
One
them's
of them
netted.
has a net slightly wrapped around them.
Oh, looks like we got another doppelganger situation.
I think we should.
Do you bring the rowboat up? Do you leave it down there?
No, I don't think we should
Alarias.
bring them on.
I'm gonna
board.
go over to Alarias. Alarias, do you remember how we dealt with this doppelganger situation before?
We questioned them.
No. Well, we did, but it proved useless.
Can't remember.
We attack one. We attack one.
Mhm.
And because we're doppelgangers, when they lose consciousness, they revert. So if you attack one, it may be Tim. If it is Tim,
Have we got
we,
anyone to
we
bring
attack
back up?
we attack the other one.
I don't think you have another healer, do you?
I can
Yeah.
heal.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, if
Spare
we
the
got that
dying.
safety net, then yeah. Okay.
We just have to make sure we restrain both.
I don't think we should let them on board then. Just fire.
Well, we can't really
fire
prove it.
down.
we can't prove it from here, and I'd rather not shoot them from afar. Because what happens if they both dive underwater?
Well, I think we should.
If at
I
least
think
if
we
we're
should
on
at
board,
least restrain both of them.
yeah, of course we would. When we bring them on board, we restrain them both. If one doesn't want to be restrained, we attack that one first.
Is there
More
any,
of the crew comes to look over the side, and everybody's baffled.
is there any chance my hawk saw
Um,
one of them change, or was it all before the?
Oh, no,
Ooh,
interesting.
You are lookout. You are doing
What is the
lookout.
passive perception of your hawk?
It has an advantage as well, so that should have something to do with it.
Give me the passive first, and then I know it was
It's
looking around.
14.
That's advantage on actual
passive,
perception checks, right?
and there's advantage on perception checks. So
But it wasn't actively looking, so.
Technically, it would have been because Elizora left it on
It's on lookout. It's on
Oh,
lookout.
I
okay.
Of course it
completely
is.
forgot about that.
Oh,
Please go ahead
no.
and roll
no.
2 perception checks
Please, you're sure it's
for your hawk.
See, it helps
This is
having
why
a
it's there.
familiar.
It's why it's there.
Nat 20!
What's on
Oh,
it? Oh, amazing! By the honor of.
Of course.
Okay, so your hawk
It helps having a familiar.
sees that the one in the net looks more like a pale white, fleshy man with long white hair before.
shit.
And it seems like these two snuck back onto that boat, trying not to be noticed by anyone. I completely forgot about the hawk.
So then neither one of them are Tim.
No. They both
The
snuck
one in the
on.
net isn't Tim.
The one in the net is not Tim.
Okay.
Where was Tim? I don't understand.
Tim snuck him on board onto that rowboat,
No.
and Tim basically swam him there and then healed them both, seemingly through magical means.
The Juan in the net seems to be the bad guy. My hawk saw some serious strange things going on.
Would the hawk have heard what we said?
Probably
No.
not.
No,
No,
Probably
sight.
because it's
Sight
because it's
only.
from a high.
Didn't-
I wouldn't-
Didn't hear the words, but saw everything.
I'll have to ask him
Alright.
for.
Bring them on board.
They
Restrain
run
the
out.
one in the net. We will question.
We need to question Tim as well. Don't know why I was bringing this person on.
So the rowboat comes up. You two are there. Do you change? Does the form change?
I mean,
Is
how
the
long do we have
question?
to? How long do we have to
so
conspire? How long
what-
do we have to conspire before?
You
the
have
I know.
rowboat
probably
gets to the
you have a 6-second round, so I'll give you a sentence each.
6-second round.
You are on the rowboat being pulled
Um,
up by all the deckhands because everybody wants to know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, hushed whispers.
Umbra, what the hell is going on?
Oh my god.
Since I'm still Tim, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, Tim, I will explain everything. Just a moment."
Fuck. Oh.
Jeez.
I will explain everything in 6 seconds' time.
Tim smacks
no.
Umbra.
Okay. I
You
can't.
need to stop doing this.
To do
And-
damage, or
Yeah, smacks him.
Okay.
Well, it's an unarmed strike, yeah.
yeah, roll an
Okay.
attack.
God.
Technically, Umbra is currently naked, so I don't think you have the thing adding to your AC.
No.
So
So I
Is
want 10
a
10 plus dex for Umbra's AC.
I have no decks.
You have no dex, so 10.
that
So
is
we
a
have-
7. So that's a miss, right?
You always...
That's a miss.
Oh, okay. I
Just
thought-
flail at him with
Whiff.
one hand.
Well, he's going for him with the claw.
Okay, when we get to the top, I will. Umbra will explain.
Alright,
You
so
get there? You were both in the
so,
boat.
so you'll both be coming on board, but then the one in the net is going to be restrained. Tim is not necessarily.
before
Tim
I
won't be.
get-
Tim
Before
won't
I
be
get
restrained.
Before I get restrained, I'll be like, I can explain. I'm Umbra. And I'll morph look like a Kenku again.
With clothes on.
No, I can't. I
No,
can't.
no, you can't put the
it's just-
clothes back
So
on.
you can see your fleshy white skin.
Well, now I look
No.
like a normal
Now,
Kenku.
now he looks
Oh,
like a
okay.
Kenku.
I'm not having a crisis anymore.
That doesn't seem. He's gonna ask one of the deckhands to go check the. Oh, no one's going to, is it? He's gonna ask one of the ask.
Elena will do it.
Yeah, okay. Well, ask Elena. Go to the morgue. Check for Umbra.
I'll be
Run.
1 second. And she
Run back.
sprints down.
I mean,
A
we
few
won't.
seconds later, she'll come back up and basically say, "No, Umbra. His clothes are on the floor."
Can I do an insight check then?
Right,
Because I think
Elena?
on no, not on Lena, on Umbra or Umbra. Because he's not going to believe it. I mean, someone just turned into Umbra. I mean, we know doppelgangers exist.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yep, roll.
So-
Roll.
You know,
How do we do this? Do I tell Arthur what?
Just
the thing is?
roll, but don't tell them what you're rolling.
Okay.
Basically,
Okay.
okay, I've got a 14.
He appears genuine to you.
Okay, Umbra. How did it?
I have a confession to make. I'm not a Kenku.
What are you then?
You some wretched demon!
I mean, doesn't.
Until recently, I was unaware myself. It turns out I am, in fact, a changeling.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck?
A changeling? What? Isn't that what, like a doppelganger?
I don't know. Are they
yeah,
like
you're an offspring from a doppelganger.
okay? So I'll just say,
Ah, yes, we are
Mm.
distantly related.
I see. And how much? Right, I want to do a test question. What could I do to test Umbra that it is Umbra? What question could I ask?
But you
None
know,
of you know.
but you know,
When-
doppelgangers can read surface thoughts of things.
Can,
Surface thoughts. So it needs to ask something very.
but the minute you
Umbra,
know the answer,
Umbra.
it can read that,
Oh, can it?
which you would know as Gruzeel's knowledge of monsters.
Oh yeah, it would. So I
None of you
can't.
know Umbra very well. If you don't know very many.
What do you want to know the answer to? What do you know the answer to? But Umbra would lie about.
Yeah, that's it.
So what are your intentions about Tree Lifter or something?
Oh yeah.
How did Tree Lifter die?
He tried to attack Tim and myself. We
You
were forced to
resisted?
defend ourselves. Yes, it was an unfortunate accident. It
I
was
see. Well, for now, it seems like you are Umbra, which is interesting. How much control do you have over this ability?
At the moment, I am in full control over it. Although it took me it took me some time to get to grips with it. I thought I would reveal my true nature to Tim first, and then take it from there. However, he reacted quite poorly, as I imagine you heard. So.
I'm under quite a lot of stress, you see.
Well,
This
Umbra.
isn't how I imagined coming out to everyone.
Okay. Well, Umbra, as your captain, should have come to me first. I'm very understanding of people.
You are my captain, but Tim is my brother under Joyleth.
Tim reaches out and puts a hand on he like tentatively places a hand on on Umbra's shoulder.
Umbra will place. He'll morph his hand to be like Tim's, so it's like a familiar hand, and put it. On Tim's.
Dear Lord. Okay.
I don't think you can do individual body parts, can you?
Oh, can I not?
I think it's your whole body.
Let's have a
I
look.
don't really
What
say,
does it-
so I'm happy to go
It's
with the DM
the-
ruling.
The changeling race, but based on what you told me, I'm pretty sure it's the whole body.
Okay, I'll just morph back into Tim.
Maybe
then.
when you level up a bit.
Yeah, get a bit more control over it. I'm still getting to grips
Yeah.
with it.
You can't change your clothes, by the way, just so you know.
I know.
I've made him painfully aware of that fact.
Oh, okay, cool.
Still
Yeah,
need
it doesn't say anything about actual body parts as such.
That's fine then. So I'll just.
But
It's
yeah,
not
fair enough.
quite. It's not quite a disguised self, is it? It's like
No,
it's
because it's
basically just your physical form.
yeah, and because the thing is, it says here you can't. Well, in my thing, you can't copy the appearance of a creature you've never seen. So technically, you've not seen a creature that's like a Kenku with a Tortle hand. So technically,
Oh yeah. Yep.
you can kind of see it that way. That's why it has to be a whole form.
That's
Makes
fine. Yeah.
sense.
So I'll just stay as I am then.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think I still am
So-
Tim. I don't think I change into anything.
You're still Tim.
Did I change
You
into
said you
something?
changed into a
You changed back
Kenku.
to you changed back
Changed
into
to Tim, and then
Kenku.
you
Oh,
changed
Kenku.
into
Okay, I'll
Kenku.
stay in Kenku form for now.
Okay.
Okay, then Tim will accept the handshake and
I'm sorry about the things that I said to you, Umbra. Even if you are a demon, you're still my brother.
So, what? Okay. Out of interest, does this change anything, Umbra? Are you still? Your goals are still the same, I assume.
Yes, I'm still the same Umbra. I just have a clarity of thought I lacked before.
Oh, now I know we impose a lot of rules on you, Umbra.
Good reason.
But with this ability, no one else has this ability on this crew. We may need to impose another one.
I might be able to change myself at will.
Okay, it will apply to that as well. Do not impersonate another member of the crew. For a personal, for, per-
What that situation?
for personal gain, shall we say. No
Yes,
turning
it's-
into me and ordering the crew to do something. In other words,
I would never.
you would never. Umbra, on the other hand,
Seems
May.
like a rule. As long as it's applied to all such who possess the gift.
of course, anyone else who has that ability. And he says that loud enough so the crew can hear. That rule applies to them too.
A lot of them are really nodding.
this is tricky.
Yeah, this is going to be entertaining. But that being said, this ability could prove very useful in the future. For sure. Especially as we have fleet armor.
Oh.
We may leave this. I may keep this on the ship. As if you can turn into a guard with their armor, it might prove very useful.
There is no if. If I've seen them, I can turn into them.
Well, you've seen one before, haven't you, Umbra?
You've tortured
I
one
have.
before.
Exactly.
Fine with it.
It wasn't torture, it was science.
Okay, Umbra.
Okay.
You are definitely the same Umbra. That's cemented
Yeah.
it for me. Until further, as far as I know, I'm concerned, it's business as usual.
No.
But in future, do not feel you cannot come to me with this. I am an open captain. I'm very accepting. As long as it benefits the crew and doesn't harm them.
I will remember that, Gruzeel.
And he says that loudly enough as well, so everybody could hear.
Hmm.
Pack some spare clothes next time. Jesus.
Yeah.
We don't need to see that.
He's
Can I-
he's
can I
he's
turn
got
into
he does have a black veil
Yeah.
around his crotchal region.
I'm
Lovely.
being censored.
Oh, like Tim.
So he basically just got him to dress up. I mean, so what did he do for the shell?
The shell is a part of the illusion.
The shell's part
Yeah,
of the
the-
Oh, it's not the
the whole
illusion.
thing,
Of course,
yeah.
yeah, it's not clothing,
It's
is
It's
it?
not
Yeah.
an illusion.
it's
I'm
body.
actually.
Oh, no,
physically-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the illusion,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I
yeah.
mean. It's part of the, because it's part of
Yeah.
his body. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't turn into things like spiders and stuff though. Like they need to be kind of humanoid.
It's humanoid creatures.
It's humanoid, but then, like, does that mean you could turn into something with wings? Like an Aarakocra or
He
something?
needs to have the limbs that they have. So if
Oh,
it's
right,
an
so he
arrow,
can't grow additional limbs. Right.
no, he can't grow additional limbs.
No, that's fine.
And
So,
they
yeah,
have to
you
be in a
couldn't.
similar region to where his eyes.
The
So then,
same-
if
the
he-
same
if he-
basic arrangement of limbs.
So could he... So if he turned into Tim, does he gain the swim speed?
No, so
No.
it's like
He-
I
he can't breathe
physically look
underwater.
like him, but like I don't
Not
get
by
any of the
magic or
stats or
anything.
anything.
So it's purely, like, external. So even though you would have gills, they don't go anywhere. They couldn't...
I
you
mean, the
can't
way I
breathe.
imagine it is it's
For
like
sure.
a surface level change. I don't actually know how gills work at like an anatomical level, so I can't replicate them.
You-
That
I think
degree.
yeah, I think it's all like surface
So
flesh
if
changing.
you
Yeah.
studied Tim, would you be able to create working gills?
I've
No,
done
no, no.
sex
So
with you, maybe.
it's his surface flesh.
Gross.
It's his surface flesh that changes. All
Yeah,
his insides are exactly the same. So gills would not reach to lungs that would work. That wouldn't work. And
Yeah,
yeah. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
if
so
I-
even though if you
everything
turn,
is-
so even though you turned into like Gruzeel, for example, you couldn't do his Dragon Breath.
yeah, because it's like an internal thing. And even if I turn in something with wings, like I don't have the muscle and skeletal,
And he doesn't have the light bones to do this.
Yeah,
flying.
exactly.
Be interesting, actually. It's an interesting way for proof. If people needed to prove that Gruzeel was who he was, but then that
That
wouldn't
is
really
true,
work if I
yeah.
spent it already.
Could probably push you over if you were Tim. Don't have any strength or anything.
Yeah, because his stats stay the same. So
Stats
yeah,
stay the same.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it is a physical change, yeah. So it went, even if they did like a detect illusion or something, it would come back.
It would come
And you
back.
don't get their gear either. So like, if you didn't have the Storm Sword, people wouldn't
No, you'd have to give
couldn't
it to
believe
me.
you were Gruzeel because Gruzeel carries
You
a
wouldn't
sword.
even have your clothes.
Well, yeah. I mean, Gruzeel's clothes, yeah, because Gruzeel's clothes are Christian, so you wouldn't be able to replicate them unless you made them.
Elizora, on the other hand, she could.
Yeah, because hers is
That's
disguise
the
self.
solution.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
she'll acquiesce to the rule as per request.
Yeah.
Basically, a combination of Elizora and Umbra have the perfect infiltrator because she can illusion the clothes on him.
Hmm.
No. Well, I can
Oh,
minor
it's
illusion.
Yeah. I
No,
was gonna
because hers is
say,
disguise self.
disguise
So hers
self, you
is,
can only do
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
So basically, Umbra just needs to learn disguise self, and then he's sorted.
basically.
Well, we could just make the clothes. I mean, if we knew in advance, obviously, if we're like.
No, 'cause-
I mean, this is where you
Because
see
the,
the armor is helpful.
the advantage you've got as a changeling over disguise self is disguise self is an illusion. So if they touch you as a disguise self, they'll feel the difference. Whereas because you are changing physically, you wouldn't.
I mean, I can take disguise.
remember-
self,
do you
but I don't
remember,
think it'll be beneficial on top of my
No.
changeling thing.
Yeah, because Talion had that issue. Remember when he went
Yeah,
on the ship
yeah.
So
and
if
he
someone
changed to
touches
somebody
you-
else.
The other thing is, if someone figures out the illusion,
Stuffed.
if you had the illusion and someone figured out the illusion, but you looked like you still, it would be like, well, I can't. Like, I would have to give you a buff against them checking against that illusion.
Yeah.
Because your physical form genuinely is what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
But yeah,
But it's
I mean,
I think,
Yeah.
I think it'll help with the fleet armor, though.
I think it would
yeah,
definitely
with
help
combo.
with fleet
Fleet
armor.
armor, you're sorted.
Is Umbra
Yeah,
proficient
I'm
in
keeping
fleet
that.
armor, though?
It's
No.
leather armor, I believe.
I don't have to be
no.
proficient though. I can still put it on.
Yeah,
You
you can
could,
still
yeah.
wear it.
You
just
get you
It's
can't-
leather
can't
armor.
cast
What-
spells, though.
What do you
can't cast
I'm
spells.
Uh,
proficient in leather anyway, but
yeah, you're proficient in light and medium armor, so
Perfect.
yeah.
leather armor is fine for you.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Might actually put that on you regardless. Good. I might just give it to you regardless as to how. Do you have armor on?
What AC does it give? I've got some kind of armor.
It's like
You've got
I've got
studded.
studded leather. Yeah.
you've got studded, so it'd be a downgrade.
Okay, I'll stick with studded then.
But I think only by one. But yeah, it's a downgrade.
I think it was
I need all my
only-
AC. I've only got 30.
It was only Alarias that didn't have any.
Yeah, but he can't anyway because he's
But he can't.
mage.
Wizards.
Fine. Okay. But yeah, so the new rules are in place, and as far as he's concerned, it's business as usual to Bosty. Because there's not a lot you can do about it, really. It's, he's accepted it for what it is.
It's who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Tim would say after everyone's done sort of interrogating him.
Oh, what? Umbra,
I need
Umbra.
a drink. I don't know about you.
Yeah. By the way, I know obviously you can change into any form, but because obviously we are a pirate crew, just for everybody's ease, I would suggest you pick an appearance and stick to it. Otherwise, people might think you're an intruder.
As soon as I return to the morgue, I'll be returning to my typical attire.
Which is what the Kenku form.
It's not. So I wasn't actually a Kenku underneath. I was kind of like vaguely. I guess like kind of human. I guess we'll go with.
Because of the way he changed when he went into the Kenku form originally, the mask covered up a little bit, and there's the rest of the gown. But then when he had the realization and he went back to his regular form, he got a new outfit that was completely covered.
Yeah. So because that's
Right.
basically the thing. Is if you start looking different all the time, it's going to cause issue with security because we'll just think, oh, that guy's just Umbra. Whereas if you pick
It
a
would be funny,
look and stick to that look,
I mean,
you won't get.
whenever you see Umbra, unless you send him to infiltrate somewhere, he'll be in his usual garb. With the full mask and the full gown and stuff.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Okay.
Yep. If Umbra's, unless there's any more questions, he's going to go back to the morgue. He's going to put back on all his stuff, and he'll look like Umbra again.
Yeah, and obviously with the collection, because obviously we've collected a large group of people. Gruzeel will just basically say, "You're all dismissed. Back to work."
Yeah, they all go back to work. A lot of them stunted. The little boy that was already terrified of Umbra is now absolutely pissing himself.
Oh yeah, super paranoid because you could be anybody.
Yeah, literally.
Oh yeah, I need to pay him a visit later. I'll do it tonight.
Oh my god.
We'll have
But
our
yes.
first convert.
Dear me.
Okay, the suns have set. You've had your meeting. You're heading towards Bosty. Is there anything anybody wants to do before turning in for the night?
Yeah, I need to find that boy on his own.
Okay.
Tim's gonna have host drinks in the mess hall.
Cool.
Just
Drinks
to let
in the
off
mess hall
steam.
with
'cause
Tim.
It's been quite a day.
Been a bit of a day. Anybody else?
Are you making it well known that this is happening?
Yeah, I'll probably join the party.
Makes sense to
Tim would have said
ingratiate
it after-
myself.
Yeah, I think. Would Gruzeel join?
Captain has to join. It's part of the rules.
Yeah,
Round.
yeah,
Has to
Gruzeel.
join, yeah.
Gruzeel will join. Obviously,
captain
available,
isn't there.
available,
So
available
Tim's
join,
just like
available join as well.
Gruzeel, can you roll a d4 for me?
Who?
Gruzeel. D4.
Oh, D4. Okay,
Mhm.
Bjorn will join as well.
Dun, dun, dun.
that is a 3.
A 3. Great.
Mhm.
Good. Carry on.
Concerning. Okay.
Don't be concerned. Everything's fine. Umbra, your conversation with the little boy.
Someone's going to kind of just want to appear from the shadows again, like next to him, and be like, hello.
Where are the
Yeah.
ship is happening? Out of curiosity.
Just a shadowy corner somewhere.
Well,
Were they on the main
he'll
deck
probably,
or-
he probably would have been going towards the mess hall when you might have called him.
Okay.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
report
So you can
it.
probably like assume like maybe there or something. Like there's these little alcoves in the general quarters. Just like I can imagine Umbra's like in one of those little slots.
Yeah, he's kind of lurking.
Waiting for him to appear. You creepy fucker. Yep. So he's like, yes, Mr. Umbra.
I have a favour to ask you.
Oh my god.
Oh
what's
my god.
what's that, Mr.
I
Umbra?
hope you won't disappoint me.
Oh, of course not, Mr. Umbra.
Are you aware of Tim, the ship's doctor?
Yes, Mr. Umbra.
You'll go to him in the morning and you'll confess your undying love of Joy.
My undying love of... I thought Joyleth was an old god. I thought she was dead.
Just going to lean forward slightly so the floorboards creak. beneath me.
He like shrinks down as best as he can.
And then I'll just carry on talking.
After you've confessed your undying love, you will offer to become a lifelong disciple of Joyleth.
Of course, Mr. Umbra.
Good.
Won't that be something?
He's generally like he's generally peeing himself at this point. Like actually peeing himself. It's running onto the deck floor, and he's just like,
Oh my god.
"Oh, okay, Mr. Umbra."
Alright, good. Got our first disciple.
Oh my god.
You've ruined this kid's life.
No, he's gonna convert to joyism and be fine.
Oh
Because
my god.
he stays there, and he just sinks down into a ball.
I'll move past and say,
I'll be speaking to Tim in the morning. to
Okay.
hear good news.
Yes. First thing.
good walk off without looking back. Alright, good. First convert down.
Wow.
That's good progress. That's like
Yeah.
better
2.
than Tim was doing.
You know. Yeah.
And I think tomorrow's plan is to scope out another possible convert, but I'll go back to the morgue for now.
Okay.
Wow.
How does the
you-
party go?
You drink and merriment goes very well. You can feel that crew morale has increased. Like,
Nice.
you can tell that they were having a bit of a hard time with the infection, with everything, all this sailing and no bountiful stuff really happening. And then having these drinks, celebrating the lost dead and celebrating their life and drinking now with the captain, with everyone. The merriment is very much there. And they definitely feel a lot
Tim's
better
shaking
about
up the alchemy jug, pouring it over everyone, wine going everywhere.
it. Everyone loves it. They're all like they're putty in your hands. They love it. Everybody gets very, very drunk.
Nice.
Okay. Anybody want to do anything else before the night's rest?
Just Bjorn will sleep
No.
out on top deck. He likes being in the open sky.
Cool.
Where would he go? Like at the top front? Like
Yeah.
here? Because not many people go up there, I'd imagine. So you can kind of like.
Yep. He'll kind of just he'll sleep there.
Cool. We're back. Okay. Actually, this is a good time. Everyone apart from Gruzeel, headphones off.
Fantastic. First one of these I get.
There's a lot of these.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tonight your sleep is distressed. You are at first comfortable, cozy. As you rest your heads, it has been a long day and you have drunk a lot of ale for you.
Hmm.
It did not take much.
No.
But the captain's bed is very comfortable. It is very, very comfortable. And you roll over in this bed and you find next to you is something. And you see Kethra's body staring at you.
Oh my god.
Her dead face and glassy eyes staring directly into your soul until your entire body is plucked from the bed by gigantic red hands. Forget about me. I see you have found yourself in charge of the vessel. That's good. That'll help us. And before you, this gigantic demon with red inflamed eyes, leathery red wings, whitish hair, with you in one hand and a gigantic bright sword in the other. And you feel on your chest the black ash thumbprint scorch your very scales. And he says to you, "Now, I believe you're in a place of power that's good enough to find what I need. Gods don't have eyes on you, but I do."
Okay, but I don't really know what you want from me. I'm just.
My
I'm not-
little soulless friend. Look deep into my eyes.
They're very scary eyes.
Good. The artifacts. I've sent my demon captains to collect them, but they know nothing of where they need to be. I need you to find information on where they are held. Give me any clues you can. I'll be listening.
I mean, I don't really know much about these things. It's not really, for me to deal with. I'm just trying. I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to talk to people who are after these things than me?
But you have an edge. What you don't realize is you're coming here. There is something about you that cannot be traced. The other devils, the other ferryman, the gods, those that are left, they can't see you like I can now. You are my ultimate hidden weapon. You will find the information on these artifacts. If you find them at all, take them. Sleep with them pressed against the thumbprint on your chest. And I shall take them.
What are you going to do with them?
That is beyond your concern. And if you do not aid me. And the searing pain becomes incredibly harsh and unbearable. Take 5 fire damage. And he goes, I will give you this pain every night. Every time you sleep, if you are to avoid helping me. You have... I will give you a couple of months. If you find anything, it is from that day that if you do not share it with me, I shall sear more pain into your chest. And as he says that, another 19 fire damage
Blimey. Okay.
happens through this charcoal thumbprint in your chest. Do we understand each other?
How would I get this information to you?
There is someone aboard who seeks to aid someone I know. Use their knowledge.
Do you have a name? There's a lot of people on the ship.
One of your new ones. The researcher girl. She seeks them. Use her. Aid her. Give her everything she needs and then take them from her.
I mean, she's looking to destroy them. I mean, are you looking to destroy them?
No, take them from her before she does.
So, if I held them, would they disappear?
You will find out. And he plunges you back into your bed. Slams you down upon it. Kethra's body isn't there anymore.
He'll just kind of look. He'll
Whether
just
it was
kind of.
illusion or what, you don't know.
He'll just look up and go,
Fuck.
Headphones on, everybody. Headphones on. Headphones.
Hello?
Sorry,
We'll allow that.
there's been a few of these. One of them was not my fault. Okay, we got 2, and Dom. I don't know where Dom's gone, but that doesn't entirely matter. The morning comes. Some of you have a hangover, others less so. Definitely feeling the ale this morning. But as the suns rise, you are see the island of Bosti.
Woo!
Made it.
Turned it.
What's Bosty like?
I will give you a view of what the island looks like. If I can just get it a little bit closer.
I wonder if Sarah was still on this island.
I wonder.
If he was
That
killed by that
wild.
vampire woman.
Yeah.
hmm.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh,
This
sick.
is the Isle of Bosti.
It's
You know
awesome.
there is a North Town and a South Town. Where would you like to land your ship? The
Which,
ship here is
Yeah.
Elizora, which would be closer to your wizard friend?
He's by the mountain, so South Town, I guess.
so this is North Town.
okay.
This is South Town. South Town's the bigger port,
Is
but
that which one has the market in it?
South Town has the merchant market.
So that probably makes the most sense. If it's closer to the wizard and it has the market in it, that seems probably be the best place to.
Yeah,
to
the
anchor.
mountain is where the wizard is.
Yep.
Dragon
might as well-
up.
Let's go to the south. Yeah. Let's go to the south town then.
So we'll dock in the South Town.
Did the kid go to Tim and convert?
Well, now that Tim's back on. First thing this morning, before even the sun's raised, there was a knock on the infirmary door. Tim, where did you sleep? The infirmary or your room?
I think Tim probably would have passed out during the celebrations and fallen asleep in the dining hall.
So
Fantastic.
there's the knocking happening at the infirmary, and just like, Mr. Tim, I really need to see you. Mr. Tim. And as he notices a lot of people like drunkenly displayed about, he starts stepping over bodies of people just kind of drunkenly still unconscious until he finds Tim, and he knocks on your shell. Mr. Tim? Mr. Tim? Mr. Tim?
Tim's head like ejects from the shell with some speed.
I love Joylif. I love Joylif so much. I want to know everything about her.
Leave me, child. Leave me.
I have to tell you. I love Joylif.
Be gone this moment. Be
No, you've got to
gone.
listen to me. I really love Joylif.
Tim emerges from his shell and like rears up at the child.
I have to tell you, I love Joylif. I love her so much. I want to know everything about her. Her everything.
Yes. Okay, we will hold
I will follow her for the rest of my life. Yep.
we will hold a ceremony. We will hold a ceremony every night.
Wow.
I'll be there every night.
On main deck.
Great.
Main deck.
I will be
yes.
there every day.
Yes,
Right.
I will give a sermon and a short word from a guest speaker. Now leave me be,
Okay,
child.
of course. Yes. Just make sure you know. I love her
Lest
with
she
all my
be
heart.
smoked.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Okay,
be
yes,
gone.
I love her very much. Bye. And he scampers away.
Oh.
Tim passes out.
Wow.
From a shadowy corner.
He sees you, he freezes, and then he just carries on walking and runs up there.
God. Oh, this poor boy.
Don't worry. Now that I'm done with him, now he's run out of
not.
usefulness to me. Of where's your problem now? I need to
This
find
poor boy.
I need to find a new target. Hey man, if he didn't steal that diary or whatever it was he stole, this is a
Yeah.
good
I
lesson
wanted to
for him.
learn to read.
All right, next I'll move on to another victim, and we've got some downtime on the boat.
Dear God. Right, so you make it into Vosti. You make port. Who gets off? Who goes on? Do you send anyone on particular task while you're there?
So it will be. I think leaving Umbra on the ship is probably for the best. It'll be Gruzeel, Alarias, Tim. Take Elizora. Yeah, we'll take Elizora. Oh, we'll need to because
She knows the wizard.
Yeah, she knows the wizard. We have to.
She's your in.
We'll take Bjorn actually as well. I think Bjorn might be useful as a bit of an intimidating muscle.
Cool.
We'll leave-
Come along.
We'll leave Umbra on the ship. I think having him near people is probably not the best thing, especially if he's a changeling now. Even more reason not to have him there.
Nice.
What else? Who else should we take? You know what? I think we'll take Tiberius with us because he has a way with people. I think taking him might be a good one as well. And if anyone's going to find information in the bar, probably going to be Tiberius.
When you tell him you're taking him with you, he bows his head and like flips his cap forward, his hat with a long feather coming out of it and swishing in the air, and he just says, "Thank you, Capitan. I am pleasurably ready to be at your disposal."
Good. I may have found a task befitting your skills.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah, I think that will be it. That's all we'll take. We'll leave everyone else on the ship to do whatever. Probably. Yeah, no, that's it. We'll do that. That's all we'll do. We'll take some money with us, obviously. We'll take the money with us in case we buy anything. Yeah, so we're going to take... I'm going to put a star next to the things. I'm going to take the slippers of spider climbing, the back to the pouch bullets, a silver bullet, the silver bullets, and I'm going to take one pistol. What are the pistols? Oh, I don't have them on here.
How
many
No, sorry, Kether had 2.
Yeah, so I'll take one of the pistols with me. Because I have a feeling we're going to need that for proving the return to the pouch bullets. And we're going to leave the lift fleet armor there, so that's fine. We'll take that with us. And we'll take, obviously, Alarias can take all of his things that he's got, like the shards and everything. I've already got some other stuff with me as well. So we'll do that, and we will make port. And I think it's best to go to the wizard first. So we'll head towards the wizard first. But what we'll do is I'll leave Tiberius in this town and ask him to see what he can find out about any other ways of lucratively making money without stealing from innocents.
You can count on me, Capitan.
Good. So we'll leave him to do that. I'm sure he'll manage. And then the rest of us will head towards the wizard.
Cool. Okay, you're going to start heading towards the wizard. Immediately when you get off the dock, there is a fleet officer with next to him this oddly looking sphere with a singular eyeball, arms and legs very scrawny, and little wings, kind of standing, walking, then flying a little bit, then standing, walking next to him. This fleet officer has a piece of paper in front of him and is walking towards you as you're coming off and saying, "Making port.
Yes.
There's a fee.
Which is
1 gold.
fine.
And he'll toss him a gold from his own pocket.
Name of ship.
Is it going to be an issue of saying what the name of the ship? Well, he probably would just say it anyway. There'll be a name saying what the ship is.
Yes. We're wanted people talking to a fleet officer.
Name of ship. And name of the captain, of course.
Oh no. Thing is, he wouldn't think of it, would he?
I don't think name of captain is important because Kethra was the last known named captain.
Yeah.
So you could say Gruzeel probably, but it's probably one of the last few times you could say it freely.
Yeah.
I am Captain Gruzeel Nargaro.
Funny name. Where you come from, Nargaro?
It's a little place.
Island folk. I understand. Civilization must be new to you.
And I can safely be assured that, yes, there are lots of things here that are new to me.
Good. Take your time. I just need your ship name.
I'll look to like do it, but I can sort of see people, like the other people going like no. I'll just kind of say
Dragon
Dragon.
Cutter? Dragon Cutter.
Dragon Cutter.
Yes.
Very eloquent.
Yes.
That means... Don't worry, actually. Enjoy the town. We pay with money here.
Oh. So not like toenail clippings.
No.
Oh.
When trading, don't get angry.
Okay. What if like I get a bad price?
Doesn't matter. We deal with things with our voices.
Oh, I see. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, good sir.
Good. And he looks up. Out from one of the sort of buildings further in from the port comes this metallic being, very large and tall. Almost looks like plate armor, but just walking. and it sort of comes over and takes a knee next to the fleet officer, and he just goes, "If you do anything bad, this is what will come for you."
Also good to know. Well, I don't plan on starting any trouble.
Good. Behave.
What if someone punches me in the face?
Then call out. We will deal with it.
Good to know. Well, carry on the fine work, my good sir. We'll be on our way.
You are very well spoken for tribe man.
Jeez.
We learn quickly.
Good.
Start walking off.
The little sphere head on the body looks like a lot of different patchwork to make them, and clockwork gears sound as it turns towards you, and it rolls its head onto one side as it looks at you go, and the fleet officer just taps it with a pen, with its quill, sorry, and just suddenly goes, "Stop it! Stop looking at everything. You're meant to be assisting me."
We should free it and make
as we sort of like. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
It was an expression of free will that he looked at us. We should
It's
say
probably
it.
trying to decide if we were bad or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about I want to
Doing
cast-
it. It could be doing. Yeah, probably.
I think we should save it.
There's a
Think-
database of
Hmm,
Yeah.
penalties.
Yeah.
that's what I'm worried
Exactly.
about.
Yeah.
CCTV.
The monodrone
also-
CCTV.
Yeah. I'll tell.
Yeah.
When we get away from him, I'll just kind of say to the others.
Oh, there's always one of those in every town.
They're just fleet. That's why they need
Wow.
to be destroyed.
You get them a lot. Man of no power, and feels like he has to exert it whatever he can.
Alarias,
Usually, it's easier just to play along.
I will say,
Of the beast.
you've never been to Bosty, and there's never been fleet. You've never been to Bosty where there has been fleet there before.
Has there ever been a fleet docking fee?
No,
No, so this is like new
this is
change.
entirely new. Also, Gruzeel, from your wealth of knowledge, you know that next to him was a monodrone.
Interesting.
How strong are they?
Not very.
Not very.
They're like the lowest tier.
But like relative to us, how strong is it?
Oh, very weak. Very, very weak.
Oh,
compared to
really?
you lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we
The,
can
the,
trash the
the,
robot.
the monodrone. The other thing,
Oh, that was a big.
you believe, the big thing
Oh,
Golem.
was a shield guardian.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
what? Did I see
Fuck
R15
around
on there or something?
They're quite high. Yeah, they're quite high. Don't take the piss with that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I
Um,
said
well,
to
put it-
Gruzeel,
Put it this
sounds
way:
like
the monodrone are weaker than what the metal men were based on in South Bron. If you remember those, because I think those are by pentadrones or something. So
Yeah.
it's like way lower down. But yeah,
Trust
The
me,
big-
they're weak.
the big yeah. the
CR
big-
rating 1/8.
Yeah, well there you go. As low as you can get. If you are you going to relay the fleet
Yeah,
thing?
no, it sounds like the fleet are cracking down on security in some of the big cities, so we need to be careful.
Could be another thing for you to do some.
Thievery, more like.
Sounds like something for you to do some recon on as well, Tiberius. Find
Of
out
course.
what's happened. Something must have changed.
Sure, Capitan. I will do my best searching.
Obviously, try not to, give away who we are.
Ah, look at me. I'm the most trustworthy one of all of us.
If you get us in trouble, you're not coming back on the ship.
He bows his head again and tips his hat and says, "Ever humbled, Capitan." And begins walking away.
Where there's a fleet presence, there tends to be at least a central hub for where the fees get collected to.
It's very true.
Either a
Possibly.
ship or like a place here, like a townhouse.
Could be something for your hawk to go check out and find. If your hawk follows our little middle management man over there, he may be able to find out where that is.
Yes, maybe drop a deuce or so on him too, huh?
That wouldn't go amiss. But yes, if we can find out where it is, you fellas are, well, the crew like a good raid. That could be a good enough place as any.
Mm.
If they're taking a gold per ship, after amount of time, that could add up quite quickly.
Certainly take a look.
Because we shouldn't need it on the way to your wizard friend.
You would have thought, would you not?
I mean, obviously, once it finds out, it can join us.
You guys are going straight to the wizard, yeah?
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we're going to go straight to the wizard. Tiberius is going to find out info, and the hawk, or Elizora's hawk, will try and find out where there's like a outpost or whatever, a central center for these fleet people.
So as you're walking through the town to get towards the mountain, you notice there is a much heavier fleet presence here. Especially at Alarias, when you were last here, there was no fleet at all. Now there are like 2x2 fleet officers patrolling.
I think we should stay at the back alleys. Try and stay a bit out of sight.
Sounds like a good plan.
I agree.
Not going to
Yeah,
make
well-
roll stealth. I think if you're consciously making an effort to go through back alleys and that kind of thing, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You eventually do make your way to the mountain. Elizora, you know that their place is like a little hut, and it's up in the mountain. You've never been in there before, but you definitely met them there before.
Mm-hmm.
So you lead the others there. You make it to the front door. Comfortably,
cast-
it is a
Can I cast message to be like, "Hey y'all, we're got some gifts about you to probably interested in some of my wares."
There's no response. The hut is small. It's only got like, I don't know, it's maybe 10 foot by 20 to 30 feet. It's not really, no, probably 20 feet. It's not massive. It could probably hold like a bed and a fireplace. That's about it.
Oh wow.
But you don't get a response. But the fire is on and the smoke is coming
Yeah.
from the chimney.
I mean, if no one's going to stop him, Gruzeel will knock on the door. Not like loudly, like normal knock on the door.
What was your
Knock on the door, and so sort of turn to Elizor. What's your friend's name?
It's a name.
His name is Phineas.
Oh God.
It's
He'll
Finn,
call.
Finn something. Finn. I call him Finn.
Hello, is there a Finn here? We're here to do business.
Can you all
Fireball.
Yeah, rolling it.
It's ward of warding.
It's like Strahd all over again.
right,
Go
can
with
you all roll wisdom saving throws, please?
Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving. Oh, by the way, did I get a short rest after?
No,
No,
sorry.
that's fine.
11 from me.
7.
Wait, or maybe 12.
13 for me.
13 as well.
Bjorn?
Does it matter if mine is 11 or 12?
No.
Hass, you're muted. Hass.
If he's there at all.
It doesn't matter, you can just auto-fail. You are all held in place like you're paralyzed. The
Fantastic.
door opens. Huh! By blazes! What are you all doing here? What is this? How have you come? Have you come to kill me? Are you from the fleet? Who are you?
Can we talk?
Finn!
Are we able to talk? Are we able to talk?
Elizora! Oh, sorry. Hold on. And he kind of waves his hands in the air quite frantically, and suddenly you all get feeling again, like you can move again. You're no longer paralyzed. And he's
Finn,
just
I
like,
sent you a message. Why did you not reply?
I told you to call me Phineas, and I forgot to tell you about this place. So, look, just come inside, and we can talk. But not out here. Too many voices.
Fair enough. That's what we wanted to do anyway.
We'll walk in.
Leads you inside. As you go into this tiny hut, it expands out into multitude of rooms. It looks massive. It looks more like a mansion. There's a staircase. There's a room with a lounge and a fireplace. No way could this fit in the tiny hut that is there. It's well decorated and it's gorgeous.
Oh,
Tim
it's
starts
bigger
vomiting.
on the inside than the outside.
Yes, it's quite a funny invention of mine. Took me a lot of time to do. Now, anyway,
Very impressive.
you who do not know me, I am Phineas Balin. At your service. And we'll end the session there.
Okay.
Nice.
All right then. I want to 3,
Excellent.
2, 1. Cool. Nice.